Hello there, and welcome to the Scientist Sleepy. Tonight, we embark on a gentle exploration of the natural world, a realm of profound interconnectedness and hidden communication. We'll delve into the secret lives of trees, animals, and fungi, uncovering the extraordinary ways they interact, share information, and create a symphony of life around us. We'll be investigating how these three domains of life communicate with each other. Prepare to be surprised by the intricate networks and subtle signals that shape our planet's ecosystems. This will be a calm lecture, a journey into the quiet wonder of nature, where you can find peace and perspective. Tonight, we'll discover the fascinating phenomena of how trees, animals, and fungi communicate, a profound concept that reveals the extraordinary, surprising, and often unseen world just beyond our perception. As we begin, let yourself settle in, find a comfortable position, close your eyes if you wish, and allow the gentle rhythm of this exploration to carry you toward a restful sleep. Let's begin. Trees utilize a wood wide web for information sharing. Imagine, if you will, a vast, hidden network beneath our feet, a silent internet of sorts, connecting the trees of a forest in a complex web of communication. This is, in essence, the wood wide web, a term coined to describe the intricate underground network of fungal threads, primarily mycorrhizae, that link the roots of trees together. These fungi, acting as natural internet cables, extend their hyphae, tiny, thread-like structures, throughout the soil, creating connections between the roots of different trees, sometimes even across vast distances. This network allows for the exchange of a multitude of resources, information, and even warnings, fostering a sense of community and cooperation amongst the trees. The primary architects of this subterranean internet are mycorrhizal fungi. These fungi form symbiotic relationships with the roots of trees. The tree provides the fungi with sugars produced through photosynthesis, while the fungi, in turn, increase the surface area of the tree's roots, enhancing their ability to absorb water and nutrients from the soil. This mutualistic relationship is the foundation of the wood wide web. The fungal hyphae, far more numerous and smaller than the tree roots, extend outwards, exploring the soil and connecting with the roots of other trees. Through this network, trees can share resources such as carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus. When a tree is struggling, perhaps due to a lack of sunlight or water, it can receive support from its neighbors through the fungal network. Larger, more established trees can even provide resources to younger, less established saplings, giving them a vital boost in their early growth stages. This altruistic behavior is a testament to the interconnectedness of the forest ecosystem. But the wood wide web is not just a resource-sharing system. It also acts as a sophisticated communication network. Trees can send chemical signals through the fungal network to warn their neighbors of impending threats, such as insect infestations or disease. These signals, in the form of volatile organic compounds, VOCs, can trigger defensive responses in other trees, such as the production of anti-herbivore chemicals or the activation of immune responses. This early warning system allows the entire forest to prepare for and mitigate potential damage. The exchange of information extends beyond warnings. Trees can also share information about environmental conditions, such as the availability of water or nutrients, allowing the forest to adapt and optimize its resource allocation. They can even communicate about the presence of predators or the timing of seasonal changes. This sophisticated level of communication demonstrates the complex social dynamics at play within a forest ecosystem. The wood wide web is constantly evolving and adapting. The density and complexity of the network can vary depending on the type of forest, the age of the trees, and the environmental conditions. In some forests, The network is incredibly dense, with hundreds of trees connected to each other through a vast web of fungal threads. In other forests, the network is less developed, but still plays a crucial role in communication and resource sharing. The study of the Wood Wide Web is still in its early stages, and scientists are continually uncovering new insights into its functions and complexities. However, it is clear that this hidden network plays a vital role in the health, resilience, and overall well-being of forest ecosystems. It highlights the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of cooperation and communication in the natural world. This silent communication network is a reminder that even in the seemingly still and silent world of the forest, a vibrant and dynamic exchange of life is constantly taking place, just beneath our feet. This fascinating area of study is revealing the hidden depths of ecological communication, showing how a community of organisms can share resources, defend against threats, and thrive together. As you drift towards slumber, consider the quiet power of connection, the unseen threads that bind us all, just like the trees in a silent, supportive embrace. Poetic summary, asterisk. Like the gentle tendrils of sleep, the Wood Wide Web reminds us of the profound interconnectedness of all life, a silent symphony of exchange and support, weaving a tapestry of existence that whispers of unity and shared destiny. Trees utilize a Wood Wide Web for information sharing. Imagine, if you will, a vast, hidden network beneath the forest floor, a silent symphony of connection and exchange. This is the Wood Wide Web, a term that beautifully encapsulates the complex communication system that connects trees in a forest. It's not a web of the digital sort, but a biological one, woven from the intricate threads of fungal networks, primarily mycorrhizae. These fungi form symbiotic relationships with the roots of trees, extending their reach far beyond the tree's own roots. Think of the fungal filaments, or hyphae, as an extension of the tree's own root system, creating a vast underground infrastructure. This network allows trees to share resources, information, and even warnings. It's a system of mutual benefit. Trees can exchange nutrients, particularly carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus, with each other. This is especially crucial for young or struggling trees, which can receive support from older, more established ones. The fungal network acts as a conduit, a highway for these essential resources. The exchange isn't always equal. Sometimes, a dominant tree will share its resources, and other times, trees compete, and the network reflects this dynamic. But the Wood Wide Web is more than just a resource exchange system. It also facilitates communication. Trees can send signals to each other through the network, alerting others to threats. When a tree is attacked by insects, for example, it can release volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, into the air. These VOCs can be detected by other trees, which then prime their defenses, making them less susceptible to attack. The fungal network also plays a role in transmitting these signals, potentially amplifying and speeding up the warning system. The signals can be chemical, electrical, or a combination of both. Research is constantly revealing the complexity of these signaling pathways. The Wood Wide Web is not a monolithic structure. It's a dynamic, ever-changing system. Different species of fungi and different types of trees may have different roles in the network. The structure of the network can vary depending on the type of forest, the age of the trees, and the environmental conditions. It is a testament to the interconnectedness of life and the intricate ways in which organisms cooperate and communicate in nature. This network also acts as a crucial part of the ecosystem, influencing nutrient cycling, water retention, and carbon sequestration. The health and resilience of the forest depend on this intricate system of communication and cooperation. The more we learn, the more we see that forests are far from being silent, isolated communities. They are vibrant, communicative, and intricately connected. It's a complex and beautiful example of how nature has evolved to create systems that benefit all the participants involved. This wood wide web is a profound example of the interconnectedness of life, a quiet marvel of cooperation and communication that hums beneath our feet, unseen but ever present. The wood wide web is a reminder that even in the stillness of the forest, there is a constant flow of information, a silent conversation between trees, a gentle whisper of life connecting all things. Fungi act as the primary network architects of forest communication. Within the hidden realms beneath our feet, a vast, intricate network thrives, connecting the roots of trees and the very fabric of the forest floor. This network, far more complex and extensive than any human-built infrastructure, is primarily orchestrated by fungi, the often unseen architects of forest communication. These remarkable organisms, belonging to the kingdom fungi, are not merely passive participants in the ecosystem. They are active agents, shaping the flow of information and resources that sustains life in the forest. The fungal network is built from microscopic threads called hyphae, which weave through the soil, forming a massive, interconnected web known as the mycelium. This mycelial network acts like an underground internet, linking individual trees, plants, and even other organisms together. It is through this network that the fungi facilitate the exchange of essential resources, such as water, nutrients, and even carbon, a fundamental element of life. Trees, in turn, provide the fungi with sugars produced through photosynthesis, creating a symbiotic relationship, a partnership where both sides benefit. But the role of fungi extends far beyond simple resource exchange. They are also vital players in the complex communication systems of the forest. They can transmit signals between trees, alerting them to threats, such as insect attacks or disease. When a tree is under attack, it may release volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, which can be detected by the fungal network. The fungi then relay these signals to other trees, which can then activate their own defense mechanisms, such as producing chemicals that deter the attackers. This is a form of early warning system, allowing the forest to respond collectively to threats. Furthermore, fungi can also influence the behavior of other organisms within the forest. They play a role in the decomposition of organic matter, breaking down dead leaves, wood, and other materials, returning essential nutrients to the soil. This process supports the growth of new plants, contributing to the overall health and vitality of the forest ecosystem. Some fungi even form symbiotic relationships with animals, such as squirrels, which help to disperse fungal spores, thereby spreading the network and expanding its reach. The extent and complexity of the fungal network are truly astounding. It can span vast areas, connecting trees that are miles apart. Scientists are still uncovering the intricacies of this underground world, learning more about the specific signals and messages that are transmitted, and how these communications influence the behavior of the forest as a whole. The network's ability to transmit information, facilitate resource sharing, and coordinate responses to environmental changes highlights the crucial role that fungi play in maintaining the health and resilience of the forest. The fungi also influence the soil composition, water retention, and carbon sequestration. They are, in essence, the very foundation of the forest's communication and survival. The study of forest communication and the role of fungi within it is an ongoing and evolving field, with new discoveries constantly being made. As scientists continue to explore this hidden world, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of life and the intricate ways in which ecosystems function. The fungal network reminds us that even what appears to be a solitary tree is actually part of a larger community, constantly communicating and collaborating with its neighbors. The forest truly is a symphony of life, and the fungi are the conductors, orchestrating the complex harmonies that sustain it. The more we learn, the more we realize the critical importance of these unseen organisms. Their work helps to regulate the climate, support biodiversity, and maintain the balance of the planet. They are the silent guardians of the forest, working tirelessly to ensure its survival and reminding us of the profound interconnectedness of all living things. In the quiet stillness of the forest floor, we find a profound echo of our own existence, a vast, unseen network, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all things and the silent, subtle communication that sustains life, just as our own inner world whispers to us in the quiet hours of rest. Trees can recognize and respond to kin. The natural world, as we gently explore, is filled with intricate systems, and perhaps one of the most remarkable is the ability of trees to recognize their relatives. We often think of trees as solitary beings, rooted in place, but recent scientific discoveries reveal a complex social life, a form of familial recognition that echoes the bonds we see in the animal kingdom, and indeed within ourselves. This recognition isn't based on sight in the way we understand it, as trees don't have eyes. Instead, it operates through a sophisticated network of communication, primarily through the wood wide web, the interconnected fungal network that links trees together. Through this network, trees can exchange chemical signals, essentially talking to each other and sharing information about their environment. When a tree encounters another, it can assess whether that tree is a relative or a stranger. This assessment relies on complex chemical signatures, similar to the way our bodies recognize self versus non-self. Trees, it seems, can differentiate between kin and non-kin based on the unique chemical profiles of their roots, leaves, and other tissues. They essentially smell each other, but it's a far more sophisticated process than simply detecting an odor. This chemical fingerprint allows them to distinguish between family members and unrelated individuals, and the responses they have are quite different. The implications of this kinship recognition are profound. When a tree senses that it is near a relative, it often behaves in a remarkably altruistic manner. It might share resources, such as nutrients and water, more generously with its kin than with unrelated trees. This cooperation helps to ensure the survival and well-being of the family group, creating a resilient and thriving ecosystem. It's a testament to the idea that even in the plant world, cooperation and mutual support are essential for survival. Furthermore, trees often respond differently to threats depending on whether the threat is directed at a relative or a stranger. If a tree is attacked by insects, for example, it might release volatile organic compounds, VOCs, into the air, signaling the danger to nearby trees. However, studies show that trees are more likely to issue stronger warnings and mount more robust defenses when their kin are under attack, prioritizing the protection of their own family. This behavior suggests a level of social awareness and a capacity for strategic decision-making that we are only beginning to understand. This complex communication and recognition system isn't just about sharing resources or defending against threats. It also plays a role in the overall health and resilience of the forest. By cooperating with their relatives, trees create a more stable and diverse ecosystem, able to withstand environmental challenges more effectively. This interconnectedness allows for a more efficient transfer of resources, leading to healthier growth and a greater ability to adapt to changing conditions. The forest, in a sense, becomes a single, vast organism, with individual trees acting as interconnected parts of a larger whole. This understanding of kinship in trees challenges our anthropocentric view of the world. It reveals that cooperation and familial bonds are not limited to the animal kingdom, but are fundamental aspects of life on Earth. It reminds us that even in the seemingly static world of plants, there is a dynamic interplay of communication, recognition, and cooperation. It prompts us to reconsider our place in the natural world and to appreciate the intricate web of connections that binds all living things together. The recognition of kin is also linked to the age of the tree. Older, more established trees, often referred to as mother trees, play a pivotal role in the health and survival of the forest. They act as hubs for the wood wide web, connecting to vast networks of other trees. These mother trees often nurture their offspring, providing them with resources and protection. They are the guardians of the forest, ensuring the continuation of their genetic lineage. Their actions show a deep understanding of the need to protect the next generation. Moreover, the research into kinship in trees provides important insights for conservation efforts. Understanding how trees communicate and cooperate can help us manage forests more sustainably, protecting the health of the entire ecosystem. It allows us to design strategies that promote the resilience of forests in the face of climate change, deforestation, and other environmental threats. For instance, planting trees of the same species and even the same family can create a more cohesive and robust ecosystem, as the trees will be more likely to cooperate and share resources. It highlights the importance of preserving old-growth forests, which are often home to the mother trees that are the heart of the community. The implications extend far beyond the forest itself, offering a new perspective on ethics and the value of community. The tree's ability to recognize and support their kin illustrates the interconnectedness of all life. It's a powerful lesson in empathy and cooperation. It prompts us to consider the ethical implications of our actions and the importance of fostering a sense of community. The idea of kinship in the plant world challenges us to rethink our relationship with nature and to appreciate the value of interconnectedness and mutual support. It is a concept that can inspire us to be more compassionate and to work together to protect the environment and create a more sustainable future. Just as the gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, whispering secrets of familial bonds, so too do we find ourselves connected, each of us a part of a vast, unseen network of life, where recognition and compassion subtly shape the world around us. And in the silent language of the forest, we discover a reflection of our own innate need for belonging and connection, a reminder that we are all, ultimately, kin. Animals communicate through complex chemical signals. Across the vast tapestry of the animal kingdom, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals, a silent language of scent and taste permeates the air, the soil, and the water. This is the realm of chemical communication, a sophisticated form of dialogue that shapes social structures, guides mating rituals, and even dictates survival strategies. Animals produce and release a dazzling array of chemical compounds, known as semiochemicals, which act as messengers, carrying information to other members of their species, or even to individuals of different species. These chemical signals, often exquisitely complex, are detected by specialized sensory receptors, primarily in the nose and the mouth, triggering a cascade of responses that can range from attraction and aggression to alarm and recognition. Pheromones, a specific type of semiochemical, are perhaps the most well-known. These are chemicals released by an individual that elicit a specific response in another individual of the same species. Pheromones can be used for a multitude of purposes, including marking territory, attracting mates, and coordinating social behavior. For example, ants use pheromone trails to guide their colony members to food sources, creating a highly efficient network for foraging. In the insect world, pheromones are crucial for mate attraction. Female moths release potent sex pheromones that can be detected by males from miles away, leading to a dramatic display of courtship behavior. Mammals also rely heavily on chemical communication. Urine, feces, and scent glands are used to mark territory, communicate dominance, and advertise reproductive readiness. The scent of a predator can trigger an alarm response in prey animals, prompting them to flee or take defensive measures. The chemical signals can also be incredibly complex, conveying information about the individual's age, health, and social status. The vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ, found in many mammals, is specifically designed to detect pheromones. This organ is a small, fluid-filled sac located in the nasal cavity that contains sensory receptors that are highly sensitive to pheromones. The sense of smell in animals is often far more acute than in humans, allowing them to detect and interpret a wide range of chemical signals that are imperceptible to us. This intricate chemical language allows animals to navigate their environments, build social structures, and ensure the survival of their species. The complexity of these chemical signals is a testament to the power of evolution and the ability of animals to adapt and thrive in a world filled with both visible and invisible communication. The study of animal chemical communication is a rapidly evolving field, with scientists constantly uncovering new and surprising details about the roles of these subtle, yet powerful, signals. The gentle breeze carries whispers of these unseen conversations, reminding us that even in the quietest corners of the natural world, a vibrant symphony of communication unfolds, a silent ballet of molecules that shapes life's intricate dance. Fungi can transmit signal over vast distances. The intricate, subterranean world of fungi, often hidden from our view, is a realm of remarkable communication. Unlike the visible forests of trees and the bustling activity of animals, the fungal network operates largely unseen, yet its influence is profound, extending far beyond the immediate vicinity of individual mushrooms. Fungi, as we've touched upon, are the primary architects of this complex network, their mycelial threads weaving through the soil, connecting trees, plants, and even other fungi in a vast, interconnected web. But how do these organisms, so different from us in their structure and function, manage to communicate over such significant distances? The answer lies in a combination of chemical, electrical, and potentially even other, as yet undiscovered, signaling mechanisms. The primary mode of fungal communication is through the transmission of chemical signals. These signals, often in the form of specialized molecules, are released by the fungi and travel through the mycelial network. Think of these signals as tiny messages, each carrying specific instructions or warnings. For instance, if a tree is under attack by an insect, it might release a chemical signal that is then detected by the surrounding fungal network. This network, in turn, can transmit this signal to other trees, even those far away, alerting them to the threat. In response, these trees can then begin to produce their own defensive compounds, effectively preparing for an impending attack. The speed at which these signals travel is quite remarkable, allowing for a rapid response across the entire forest ecosystem. The signals aren't just about defense, they can also be about resource allocation. When a tree is photosynthesizing efficiently and has an abundance of sugars, it can signal to the fungi, which, in turn, can share the surplus with trees that may be struggling in shadier areas. Beyond chemical signals, there's growing evidence that fungi also utilize electrical signals, similar to the way neurons transmit information in animal nervous systems. Research has shown that fungal mycelia can generate and propagate electrical impulses, which travel along the hyphae, the individual threads that make up the mycelium. These electrical signals are thought to play a role in coordinating the activities of the fungal network, allowing for rapid communication and response to environmental changes. The nature of these electrical signals is still under investigation, but it's clear that they contribute to the complex communication system of fungi. The network acts as a sort of information superhighway, with signals traveling at speeds that would surprise many. The network isn't just a passive conduit, it's an active participant, capable of processing and interpreting information. This is how the fungi can coordinate activities, such as nutrient exchange, defense against pathogens, and even the allocation of resources. The study of fungal communication is still in its early stages, but the discoveries have been profound. Moreover, the vastness of fungal networks is itself a key factor in their ability to transmit signals over long distances. The mycelial network can stretch for miles, connecting entire forests and ecosystems. This extensive network provides a natural infrastructure for communication, allowing signals to travel with remarkable efficiency. The size and complexity of these networks are truly astonishing. Some individual fungal organisms are among the largest and oldest living beings on Earth, their mycelial network spanning vast areas. As the mycelia grows, it effectively maps the environment, learning about the resources available and the threats that exist. The network can then adapt its signaling to match the circumstances. This adaptability is what makes the fungal network so resilient and vital to the health of the entire ecosystem. The mycelial network is a testament to the power of interconnectedness. Finally, the very nature of the fungal structure, with its branching, interconnected hyphae, facilitates long-distance communication. The hyphae are like tiny, biological cables, efficiently transmitting signals throughout the network. The interconnectedness of the hyphae also allows for redundancy. If one part of the network is damaged, the signals can often reroute through other pathways, ensuring that communication continues. The efficient structure allows for the rapid distribution of information, allowing for coordinated responses to environmental challenges. The fungal network is a complex system, but it is also remarkably elegant in its design. Studies are beginning to show that fungi might even communicate with each other, exchanging information in ways we have yet to fully understand. This is a very active area of research, and the discoveries continue to surprise scientists. The fungal network is not merely a collection of individual organisms. It is a unified, interconnected whole. It is a testament to the power of cooperation and communication in the natural world. The very essence of the forest is revealed in the silent, unseen language of the fungi, a whisper carried on the wind, through the soil, and within the very structure of life itself, reminding us of the profound interconnectedness of all things, even in the quietest of moments. Trees emit volatile organic compounds, VOCs, to warn others. The forest, as we've begun to understand, is not a silent place. It's a symphony of subtle communications, a network of whispers and warnings, all orchestrated by the very trees themselves. One of the most fascinating ways trees communicate is through the release of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. These are airborne chemical signals, essentially scents, that trees emit into the air. Think of them as the forest's own perfume, but with a far more vital purpose than mere fragrance. These VOCs are released in response to a variety of threats, most notably from insect attacks or even the presence of disease. When a tree is under attack, It can detect the presence of chewing insects, for example, through chemical signals in the insect's saliva. In response, the tree releases VOCs that serve several crucial functions. Firstly, these VOCs can act as an alarm, alerting nearby trees to the impending danger. The neighboring trees, upon receiving this chemical signal, can then begin to prepare their defenses. This might involve producing chemicals that are toxic to the attacking insects, making the tree less palatable, or even attracting predators of the insects. It is a sophisticated, preemptive defense strategy, demonstrating a remarkable level of awareness and cooperation within the forest community. The specific composition of the VOCs varies depending on the species of tree and the nature of the threat. Some VOCs are general alerts, while others are highly specific, tailored to the particular danger at hand. Imagine, if you will, the different nuances in a scream: a cry for help, a warning, or a signal of pain. The trees, too, can vary their calls based on the threat they perceive. Some VOCs might even act as attractants, drawing in helpful insects that prey on the attackers. For example, a tree under attack might release VOCs that attract parasitic wasps, which then lay their eggs inside the attacking caterpillars, effectively eliminating the threat. This is a remarkable example of ecological orchestration, the tree not only defending itself, but also recruiting allies to its cause. The research into VOCs has revealed the intricate complexity of tree communication. Scientists have found that trees can even distinguish between different types of insect attacks, adjusting their VOC emissions accordingly. They can also differentiate between attacks from healthy insects and those from diseased ones, responding with a more targeted defense. Furthermore, the release of VOCs is not a passive process. Trees actively regulate the production and release of these chemicals, modulating their intensity and duration based on the severity of the threat. The study of VOCs has also shed light on how trees adapt to environmental stressors. For instance, trees exposed to drought conditions might release different VOCs than those experiencing insect attacks, signaling their need for water and potentially attracting assistance from other trees through the fungal networks we discussed earlier. The release of VOCs is a dynamic process, constantly evolving and adapting to the changing conditions of the forest environment. The ability of trees to communicate through VOCs highlights the interconnectedness of the forest ecosystem. It demonstrates that trees are not isolated individuals, but rather active participants in a complex web of interactions, constantly exchanging information and coordinating their responses to environmental challenges. This intricate communication network is essential for the survival of the forest, enabling trees to protect themselves, support their neighbors, and maintain the health and resilience of the entire ecosystem. The trees are not just standing there. They are communicating, strategizing, and collaborating. The forest is a living, breathing entity, constantly adjusting and responding to its environment, all thanks to the silent language of VOCs. In the quiet exchange of scent, we find a parallel to our own lives, a reminder that even in silence, we are always connected, always sending and receiving signals of warning, comfort, and the enduring beauty of life. Animals use visual displays to convey information. The animal kingdom is a vibrant spectacle of visual communication, a dazzling array of colors, patterns, and movements designed to convey a multitude of messages. From the elaborate courtship dances of birds of paradise to the threatening postures of a cornered predator, visual displays are a fundamental aspect of animal behavior, a language spoken through the medium of sight. These displays serve a variety of purposes, including mate attraction, territorial defense, predator avoidance, and social signaling within groups. The evolution of these visual cues is a testament to the power of natural selection, as animals with more effective displays are often more successful in survival and reproduction. Consider the peacock with its iridescent plumage, a symbol of conspicuous beauty. The male peacock's tail feathers, adorned with eye spots, are not merely decorative. They are a direct communication of fitness, a signal to potential mates that the bearer is healthy and genetically superior. The size, symmetry, and vibrancy of the display are all indicators of the male's quality, a visual advertisement designed to attract the female's attention. Similarly, the brilliant colors and intricate patterns of many fish species, particularly during breeding season, serve to attract mates and establish dominance. The flashing colors of a male betta fish, for instance, are a clear declaration of his territory and his willingness to defend it. Beyond courtship, visual displays play a crucial role in predator-prey interactions. Many animals, like the chameleon, employ camouflage to blend seamlessly with their surroundings, becoming virtually invisible to predators. Other animals, like the poison dart frog, use warning coloration, a vivid display of bright colors, to signal their toxicity to potential predators. This aposematic coloration serves as a potent deterrent, a visual warning that says, "Don't eat me, I'm dangerous." In social contexts, visual displays are equally important. Wolves, for example, use a complex array of postures, facial expressions, and tail movements to communicate their social status within the pack. A lowered head and averted gaze signal submission, while a raised tail and direct stare indicate dominance. These displays help maintain social order and reduce conflict within the group. The study of animal visual communication is a dynamic field, constantly revealing new insights into the complexities of animal behavior. Scientists are using advanced technologies like high-speed cameras and sophisticated image analysis to decipher the nuances of these displays, uncovering the subtle ways in which animals use visual signals to interact with their environment and each other. The evolution of visual communication is a fascinating example of how natural selection shapes behavior, as animals continually refine their displays to become more effective in conveying their messages. From the subtle flick of a lizard's tail to the dramatic leap of a gazelle, the visual world of animals is a rich tapestry of communication, a testament to the ingenuity and diversity of life on Earth. The use of visual displays is not limited to vertebrates. Many invertebrates, such as insects and crustaceans, also employ visual signals. Fireflies, for example, use bioluminescent flashes to attract mates, each species having its own unique flashing pattern. The complex dances of honeybees, which communicate the location of food sources to their hive mates, are another remarkable example of visual communication in the insect world. The evolution of these visual cues is a remarkable illustration of how natural selection can shape behavior. The complexity of visual communication systems varies greatly across the animal kingdom. Some species rely on a few simple displays, while others have evolved incredibly elaborate and nuanced systems. The specific displays used by an animal are often adapted to its environment and lifestyle. For example, animals that live in dense forests may rely more on auditory or olfactory signals, as visual signals may be obscured by vegetation. The very act of observing these displays encourages us to appreciate the diversity of life and the intricate ways in which animals have adapted to their environments. The use of visual displays is a reminder that communication is not limited to humans. It is a fundamental aspect of life on Earth. The beauty of the natural world in its visual splendor is always available to us, a reminder of the many languages spoken in the universe. Trees can hear and respond to vibrations. The world around us, even the seemingly silent forests, is filled with vibrations. These subtle movements, often imperceptible to the human ear, are a crucial element in the communication network of trees. Scientists are beginning to understand that trees can, in fact, hear and respond to these vibrations, using them as a form of sensory input to gather information about their environment. This ability allows trees to anticipate threats, coordinate growth, and even communicate with each other. The mechanism by which trees perceive vibrations is still under investigation, but it is believed that specialized cells within the tree's structure act as receptors. These cells are sensitive to the minute changes in pressure and movement caused by vibrations in the air and soil. Similar to how our own inner ears translate sound waves into signals our brains can understand, these cells convert vibrational energy into electrochemical signals. These signals are then transmitted throughout the tree's vascular system, the complex network of pathways that transport water, nutrients, and hormones. One of the most remarkable aspects of this vibrational sensitivity is its role in defense. Imagine a caterpillar munching on a leaf. The vibrations created by its feeding, the subtle movements of its jaws and body against the leaf surface, are detected by the tree. The tree, upon receiving this information, can then initiate a cascade of defensive responses. It might release volatile organic compounds, VOCs, into the air, signaling other trees in the vicinity to prepare their own defenses. It might also increase the concentration of tannins in its leaves, making them less palatable to the caterpillar. Furthermore, trees can perceive vibrations related to wind, rain, and the presence of other organisms. The gentle sway of branches in the breeze, the drumming of raindrops on leaves, or the burrowing of insects in the soil, all of these create unique vibrational signatures. By interpreting these signals, trees can adjust their growth patterns, optimize their water uptake, and even alter their root systems to better exploit available resources. It is as if the tree is constantly listening to the world around it, gathering information and adapting to the ever-changing environment. Studies have demonstrated that trees can distinguish between different types of vibrations. They can differentiate between the sounds of chewing insects and the harmless vibrations caused by wind. This sophisticated ability suggests a highly developed sensory system, capable of nuanced interpretations of the surrounding world. It is a testament to the complex intelligence of plants and their ability to thrive in a dynamic ecosystem. The vibrations of the forest, once considered silent, are now revealing themselves as a vital language, allowing trees to communicate, defend themselves, and prosper in the face of adversity. This discovery is a stark reminder of the hidden complexities of the natural world and of the profound interconnectedness of all living things. The quiet hum of the forest holds a secret language, waiting to be understood. The implications of this research extend far beyond our understanding of tree biology. It challenges our anthropocentric view of the world, highlighting the sensory abilities of plants and their sophisticated communication networks. It encourages us to reconsider the way we interact with nature, recognizing the intricate web of life that exists all around us. As we learn more about the vibrational world of trees, we gain a deeper appreciation for the delicate balance of ecosystems and the importance of preserving these natural wonders for generations to come. The silent song of the forest reveals a world of hidden communication, a testament to the resilience and interconnectedness of all life. The world is not as silent as it seems. The trees listen, and in their listening they find the rhythm of life, the echoes of connection, and the whispers of a shared existence. Trees can hear and respond to vibrations. The world of trees, as we are beginning to understand, is far more sensitive and responsive than we once believed. Beyond the visible interactions of sunlight and wind, there exists a hidden realm of vibrational communication. Trees, it turns out, can hear and respond to vibrations, a capability that allows them to perceive their environment in ways previously unimaginable. This is not hearing as we understand it, with ears and auditory processing centers, but rather the detection and interpretation of vibrations traveling through the ground, the air, and even the very structure of the tree itself. Think of it as a form of seismic sensing or acoustic awareness. The process begins with the detection of these vibrations. Trees possess specialized cells and structures that act as sensors. The roots, for instance, are particularly sensitive to vibrations in the soil. These could be subtle tremors caused by insects burrowing, the footsteps of animals, or even the distant rumblings of natural events. Similarly, the leaves and the trunk can detect vibrations carried through the air, perhaps from wind or the activities of other creatures. These vibrations are then translated into signals that the tree's internal systems can understand. Once the vibrations are detected, the tree initiates a cascade of responses. These responses are varied and complex, depending on the nature of the vibration. If the vibrations signal a threat, such as the approach of an insect or a potential drought, the tree might release defensive chemicals, altering its internal chemistry to deter pests or conserve water. If the vibrations signal a helpful presence, such as the activity of a pollinator, the tree might enhance its scent or the production of nectar to attract the visitor. These responses are not instantaneous. They are often a carefully orchestrated series of events, governed by the tree's internal regulatory systems. The mechanism by which trees interpret these vibrational signals is still under investigation, but it is clear that they are incredibly adept at deciphering the complex symphony of their surroundings. Researchers have observed that trees can distinguish between different types of vibrations, responding differently to the vibrations of a caterpillar chewing on a leaf versus the vibrations of a gentle breeze. This suggests a sophisticated level of acoustic analysis, allowing the tree to extract meaningful information from the environment. The implications of this acoustic awareness are profound. It suggests that trees are not passive organisms, but rather active participants in their ecosystems, constantly monitoring and responding to the world around them. They are not merely rooted in place. They are connected by an intricate web of vibrational communication, interacting with insects, animals, and even other trees in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. The study of this phenomenon opens up new avenues for understanding the complex dynamics of forests and the crucial role trees play in maintaining ecological balance. It also prompts us to reconsider our relationship with the natural world, fostering a deeper appreciation for the hidden languages of life. Think also of how the root systems of the trees might be interconnected, creating a vast network of information. Further research is revealing the intricate details of this vibrational communication. Scientists are using advanced technologies to measure and analyze the vibrations produced by various organisms and events, and they are studying the physiological responses of trees to these vibrations. They are also exploring the role of the wood wide web, the network of fungal threads that connect trees, in transmitting vibrational signals. This research is not only expanding our understanding of tree biology, but also providing valuable insights into the resilience and adaptability of forests. These findings have implications for conservation efforts, as they highlight the importance of protecting the diverse sounds and vibrations within forest ecosystems. Protecting the natural sounds of a forest allows this communication network to thrive. The discovery that trees hear and respond to vibrations is a testament to the remarkable complexity and interconnectedness of the natural world. It underscores the importance of listening, not just with our ears, but with our awareness, to the subtle and often overlooked signals that permeate the environment. It is a reminder that even the seemingly silent world of trees is alive with communication, a vibrant symphony of life unfolding at a pace we are only beginning to grasp. As we learn more about this hidden world of vibrational communication, we gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate intelligence of nature. Trees, it turns out, are far more than just silent sentinels of the forest. They are active participants, constantly listening, responding, and communicating within a complex and dynamic network. This knowledge challenges our anthropocentric view of the world and inspires us to reconsider our relationship with the natural world. It offers a new perspective on the resilience, adaptability, and interconnectedness of life on Earth. Within the quiet of the forest and within yourself lies a world of unseen communication, a symphony of vibrations that connects all living things, including you, in a dance of existence, a gentle reminder that even in stillness, there is a constant, subtle conversation happening all around us, a comforting whisper of life's intricate song. Animals employ auditory signals for complex communication. The animal kingdom is a symphony of sound, a vibrant tapestry woven with auditory signals. Animals, from the smallest insects to the largest whales, utilize sound as a primary means of communication, employing a remarkable diversity of calls, songs, and other auditory cues to convey a wealth of information. This intricate communication network is essential for survival, enabling animals to navigate their environments, find mates, warn of danger, and maintain social structures. Consider the avian world, where birdsong is a defining characteristic. Songbirds, in particular, have evolved complex vocalizations, often learned from their parents or other members of their species. These songs serve multiple purposes, including attracting mates, defending territories, and coordinating social activities. The complexity of these songs can be astounding, with some species capable of producing hundreds of distinct notes and phrases. The structure and content of a bird's song can reveal important information, such as its species, its health, its age, and its social status. These intricate vocal performances are often finely tuned to the specific acoustic environment of their habitat, allowing the songs to travel efficiently and be readily recognized by other members of the species. Mammals, too, rely heavily on auditory signals. Whales, for instance, are renowned for their haunting songs, which can travel vast distances underwater. These songs are used for a variety of purposes, including mate attraction and long-distance communication. The complexity of whale song varies across species, with some whales, like the humpback whale, exhibiting elaborate and ever-changing song structures. Other marine mammals, such as dolphins and porpoises, use a variety of clicks, whistles, and pulsed sounds for echolocation, navigation, and social interaction. These sounds allow them to perceive their surroundings and to communicate with each other in the often murky depths of the ocean. On land, the vocalizations of mammals are equally diverse. From the roaring of lions to the howls of wolves, auditory signals play a critical role in establishing dominance, maintaining social hierarchies, and coordinating group activities. Primates, including humans, have developed particularly sophisticated auditory communication systems, capable of conveying a wide range of emotions and intentions. The evolution of language in humans, with its complex grammar and syntax, represents a remarkable refinement of auditory communication, allowing for the transmission of abstract concepts and detailed information. Even insects, often overlooked in the realm of complex communication, utilize sound for various purposes. Crickets, for example, produce their characteristic chirps by rubbing their wings together, a sound used to attract mates. Mosquitoes use the sound of their wing beats to find a blood meal and to avoid predators. The acoustic signals of insects are often finely tuned to their specific environments, allowing them to communicate effectively despite the challenges posed by noise and other environmental factors. The study of animal auditory communication involves a variety of scientific disciplines, including bioacoustics, animal behavior, and neurobiology. Researchers use sophisticated equipment, such as acoustic recorders and sonograms, to analyze the structure and function of animal sounds. They also conduct behavioral experiments to understand how animals perceive and respond to these signals. This research is not only fascinating in its own right, but it also provides valuable insights into the evolution of communication, the nature of animal intelligence, and the impact of human activities on animal populations. Understanding how animals communicate through sound is crucial for conservation efforts, as it allows us to protect their habitats and to mitigate the effects of noise pollution, which can interfere with their ability to communicate and survive. The study of animal auditory signals is a testament to the remarkable diversity and sophistication of life on Earth. The sounds of the natural world, from the rustling of leaves to the calls of distant animals, create a rich and complex auditory landscape. Each sound carries a story, a message, a piece of the intricate puzzle of life. Poetic summary, asterisk. In the quiet of your mind, let the sounds of the world become a gentle echo, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things and of the infinite ways that life whispers and sings. Fungi can smell and respond to specific chemicals in the soil. The world beneath our feet, the unseen realm of the soil, is a bustling metropolis of activity, a place where intricate communication networks thrive. Within this hidden world, fungi, those remarkable organisms that form the vast mycelial networks, possess an extraordinary ability. They can smell and respond to specific chemicals in the soil. This isn't smell in the way we perceive it, with our noses and olfactory senses, but rather a sophisticated chemical detection system that allows them to navigate their environment and interact with other organisms. These chemical signals, often subtle and complex, are released by a variety of sources. Plants, for instance, exude a range of chemicals through their roots, including sugars, amino acids, and other compounds that fungi can detect. Insects, too, leave behind chemical trails or release pheromones, which can be picked up by the fungal networks. Even the breakdown of organic matter releases a cascade of chemicals, providing fungi with clues about the availability of nutrients. Think of it like a vast, subterranean library, where each chemical is a book, and the fungi are the diligent readers, constantly absorbing information. The process begins with the fungal hyphae, the thread-like structures that make up the mycelium. These hyphae are covered in receptors, specialized proteins that can bind to specific chemicals. When a chemical binds to a receptor, it triggers a cascade of events within the fungal cell, leading to a response. This response can take many forms, depending on the nature of the chemical signal and the context. For example, if a fungus detects a chemical signal indicating the presence of a potential food source, such as a dead tree root or a decaying leaf, it might direct its hyphae towards that source, extending its network to exploit the resource. Conversely, if a fungus detects a chemical signal indicating the presence of a harmful pathogen or a toxic substance, it might retract its hyphae or even produce defensive compounds to protect itself. This constant monitoring and response system enables fungi to navigate the complex environment of the soil with remarkable precision. The ability of fungi to smell and respond to specific chemicals is also crucial for their symbiotic relationships with plants. Mycorrhizal fungi, which form partnerships with the roots of most plants, play a vital role in nutrient exchange. They use their chemical detection abilities to identify plants in need of nutrients and then transport them from the soil to the plant roots. In return, the plants provide the fungi with sugars produced through photosynthesis. This intricate dance of chemical signaling allows the plants and fungi to communicate and cooperate, creating a mutually beneficial relationship. Furthermore, fungi use their chemical sense to communicate with each other. They release pheromones, chemical signals that can attract or repel other fungi, coordinate growth, and even signal the onset of reproduction. These pheromones, like secret messages passed along a vast network, allow fungi to synchronize their activities and form complex communities. It's a world of silent conversations, conducted through the exchange of subtle chemical cues. The study of fungal chemoreception is still in its early stages, but scientists are rapidly uncovering new details about the mechanisms involved. They are identifying the specific receptors, the chemical signals, and the signaling pathways that mediate fungal responses. As we learn more, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and sophistication of these hidden ecosystems. We are discovering just how vital these organisms are to the health of the planet. Think of the forest floor now as a silent symphony of chemical interactions, a constant exchange of information that shapes the lives of plants, animals, and fungi alike. Each scent, each subtle shift in the chemical landscape tells a story. And fungi, the unseen architects of this world, are the attentive listeners, responding with grace and precision to the whispers of the soil. The more we understand their chemical language, the more we understand the interconnectedness of all life. The world beneath our feet, with its intricate chemical dances, reminds us that even in the quietest corners of the earth, there is a constant flow of communication, a symphony of life unfolding unseen, yet profoundly felt. Asterisk 12. Trees employ electrical signals for rapid communication. Trees, in addition to the slower chemical messengers, also utilize a more immediate form of communication: electrical signals. These signals, akin to the nervous systems found in animals, allow for rapid transmission of information throughout the tree. This is particularly crucial in situations where immediate responses are necessary, such as when a tree is under attack by an insect or experiences a sudden change in its environment. These electrical impulses, known as action potentials, travel through the tree's vascular system, the pathways that transport water and nutrients. The speed at which these signals travel can vary, but they are significantly faster than the diffusion of chemical signals, allowing for almost instantaneous communication across the tree's structure. The mechanism by which trees generate and transmit these electrical signals is still a subject of ongoing research, but scientists have discovered that it involves specialized cells within the tree's tissues. These cells, similar to nerve cells in animals, can generate electrical currents in response to stimuli. When a tree is wounded, for instance, the damage to its tissues triggers an electrical signal. This signal is then propagated throughout the tree, alerting other parts of the tree to the impending danger. This rapid communication allows the tree to mount a defense, such as releasing defensive chemicals or altering its metabolic processes, to protect itself from further harm. Furthermore, electrical signaling in trees isn't just limited to responding to threats. It also plays a role in various other physiological processes, including the regulation of growth, the coordination of resource allocation, and even the synchronization of flowering times. The intricacies of this electrical communication network are still being uncovered, but it's clear that it's a vital component of how trees perceive and interact with their environment. The study of these electrical signals is providing valuable insights into the complex inner workings of trees, revealing a level of sophistication that was previously underestimated. These electrical signals are not just a means of survival. They are an integral part of how trees experience the world around them, allowing them to make informed decisions and adapt to the ever-changing conditions of their habitat. The more we learn about this, the more we appreciate the subtle, yet powerful, ways that trees communicate and persist. The quiet, hidden electricity within the tree, like the quiet, hidden thoughts within us, allows for a rapid exchange of information, a silent language of survival and resilience, a reminder that even in stillness, there is constant, unseen activity. Animals use tactile communication for social bonding. Touch in the animal kingdom is not merely a physical sensation. It's a profound language, a symphony of connection played out through fur, feathers, and skin. It's a fundamental element of social bonding, a silent dialogue that strengthens relationships and weaves the intricate tapestry of animal communities. Consider the primates, our closest relatives. Grooming, the meticulous removal of parasites and debris from each other's coats, is far more than hygiene. It's a ritual of intimacy, a tangible expression of affection, trust, and social status. The duration, intensity, and location of grooming sessions all convey subtle messages, reinforcing social hierarchies and mitigating conflict. A dominant individual might groom a subordinate to maintain control, while a subordinate might groom a dominant individual to appease, demonstrating submission and loyalty. The gentle touch of a mother to her young, a constant reassurance, provides comfort and security, fostering a strong bond of attachment crucial for survival. The frequency and duration of physical contact between mother and offspring is directly correlated with the offspring's well-being and development. Beyond primates, tactile communication manifests in a myriad of forms. Wolves, for instance, engage in elaborate greetings involving nose-to-nose contact, licking, and playful nipping, all serving to establish and maintain pack cohesion. The gentle nudges and rubs exchanged between elephants, the intertwining of trunks, are displays of affection, support, and empathy. Elephants also use touch to comfort each other during times of distress, creating a sense of shared experience and unity. In the aquatic realm, dolphins exhibit complex tactile behaviors, including touching, rubbing, and gentle biting, strengthening bonds within their pods. These physical interactions are not random. They are carefully orchestrated, conveying nuanced meanings and reinforcing social structures. Even in the insect world, touch plays a vital role. Ants, for example, communicate through antennation, the delicate tapping of antennae, to share information about food sources, warn of danger, and coordinate colony activities. Bees use touch to signal the location of nectar-rich flowers. The dance of the bees, a complex series of movements, is interpreted by other bees through tactile cues. Birds also use touch. Preening, nest building, and feeding young are all forms of tactile communication. These behaviors are essential for pair bonding and raising offspring. The way in which an animal touches another, the pressure applied, the duration of the contact, and the specific body parts involved, all contribute to the message being conveyed. Tactile communication is an essential part of the lives of animals, and it's a language that goes beyond words. These touch-based interactions contribute to the formation of social bonds, which are critical for survival, cooperation, and the overall well-being of animal communities. In the vast symphony of life, these tactile exchanges are the quiet melodies of connection, reminding us of the fundamental need for touch, care, and understanding. Poetic summary, asterisk. In the quiet language of touch, the animal kingdom whispers of connection, belonging, and the enduring bonds that tie life together, a gentle reminder of the comfort found in shared presence. Trees can cooperate to defend against insect attacks. The forest, as we've begun to understand, is not a collection of solitary individuals, but a community, a complex, interwoven network of life. And just as any community must defend itself against threats, so too do the trees of the forest. When a tree is attacked by insects, it doesn't simply suffer in silence. It actively participates in a sophisticated defense strategy, often in collaboration with its neighbors. This cooperative defense is, in part, facilitated by the very thing we've been exploring, the intricate communication network of the forest. Let's delve deeper, shall we? When a tree is under attack, it can detect the presence of insects through various means. It might sense vibrations, or even the chemical composition of the insect's saliva, which acts as a trigger. The tree then begins to release volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, into the air. These VOCs are essentially chemical signals. They act as a warning system, alerting other trees in the vicinity to the impending danger. This is a remarkable feat of interspecies communication. It's akin to a town crier, shouting a warning through the streets. The released VOCs can have several effects. Firstly, they can directly repel the attacking insects. Some VOCs act as deterrents, making the tree less palatable to the invaders. Others may even attract the insect's predators, such as parasitic wasps, which then come to the tree's defense, attacking the insects. The tree, in essence, is recruiting allies. Secondly, the VOCs can also prime neighboring trees. When the other trees detect these warning signals, they begin to ramp up their own defenses. They might start producing their own VOCs, strengthening their cell walls, or synthesizing chemicals that are toxic to insects. This collaborative defense mechanism is not limited to trees of the same species. Often, trees of different species will respond to the same warning signals, demonstrating a level of interspecies cooperation that is truly astounding. The network, remember, is not just limited to the individual tree. It's a shared resource, a shared responsibility, and it extends beyond the trees themselves. The communication, the defenses, the entire ecosystem is also influenced by the soil, the fungi, and the animals that inhabit the forest. The fungi in particular play a crucial role. They can transmit the warning signals across vast distances, connecting the trees in a network of defense, a silent, unseen army mobilizing against a common threat. The trees, the fungi, and even the insects are all part of a dynamic, ever-changing dance. It's a testament to the interconnectedness of life, the inherent collaboration that exists in the natural world. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there is strength in unity, resilience in cooperation. The implications of this cooperative defense are profound. It suggests that trees are not just passive organisms, but active participants in their environment. They have evolved complex strategies to survive and thrive, and these strategies often involve cooperation and communication. It challenges our traditional view of the forest as a collection of individual trees, and instead presents it as a complex, interconnected community. A community that shares resources, shares information, and works together to overcome challenges. The defense against insect attacks isn't a solitary act, but a symphony of signals, a chorus of responses, a testament to the power of connection. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there is strength in unity, resilience in cooperation. This is the unseen world, the silent language of the forest. The trees communicating, cooperating, and defending their shared home. The forest, in its own quiet way, is a model for how we might live together. The defense and the forest is a reminder that we are all, in a sense, connected. Trees can cooperate to defend against insect attacks. Imagine, if you will, the quiet rustle of leaves, the gentle sway of branches in the breeze. But beneath this serene surface, a silent war often rages. Trees, seemingly passive beings, are not defenseless. They possess sophisticated strategies for self-preservation, and one of the most remarkable is their ability to cooperate in defending against insect attacks. When a tree is under attack by insects, it doesn't simply suffer in silence. Instead, it can send out signals, often through the air, to its neighbors, warning them of the impending danger. This communication is usually in the form of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, airborne chemicals that act as a sort of alarm system. These VOCs are unique and specific, like a coded message, alerting nearby trees to the presence of a threat. Upon receiving this warning, the neighboring trees begin to prepare their own defenses. They might, for instance, start producing chemicals that are toxic to the attacking insects, or that make the tree less palatable to them. This preemptive action can significantly reduce the damage caused by the insects. Furthermore, trees can also enlist the help of other organisms. When a tree is under attack, it can release VOCs that attract predatory insects that feed on the attacking insects. This is a form of indirect defense, where the tree uses its communication skills to recruit allies in its fight against the invaders. The type of VOCs released can even vary depending on the type of insect attacking the tree, essentially tailoring the message to attract the most effective predators. The process is remarkably complex, involving a cascade of chemical signals and intricate ecological interactions. It demonstrates that trees are not isolated entities, but rather are interconnected members of a community, working together for their mutual survival. This cooperative defense mechanism is not limited to just trees of the same species. Often, different species of trees within a forest can communicate and respond to each other's warnings. This creates a complex network of defense, where each tree benefits from the collective efforts of the entire community. Research has shown that even trees that are not directly connected, for example, through root systems, can still respond to these airborne signals. This indicates that the communication is highly effective, allowing for widespread awareness of threats within the forest. The speed at which trees can respond to an insect attack varies. Some trees can respond within minutes, while others may take hours or even days to mount a full defense. The speed of response depends on factors such as the type of insect, the severity of the attack, and the overall health of the tree. The efficiency of this communication and defense system is a testament to the evolutionary pressures faced by trees. In environments where insect attacks are common, the ability to communicate and cooperate is a significant advantage, increasing the likelihood of survival and reproduction. The study of these intricate communication networks is still ongoing. Scientists are working to understand the specific chemicals involved, the mechanisms of signal transmission, and the ecological consequences of these interactions. The knowledge gained from this research has implications for forest management, pest control, and our understanding of the complex relationships within ecosystems. This hidden world of communication and cooperation reveals the intelligence and resilience of the natural world, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all living things. The silent whispers of the forest, a symphony of survival, remind us that even in the face of adversity, cooperation and interconnectedness offer a path to enduring strength, a lesson echoed in the quiet resilience of our own inner landscapes. Animals use infrared signals for nighttime communication. The night, a realm of shadows and whispers, holds its own secrets of communication, a realm where visible light fades and the subtle dance of infrared radiation takes center stage. While we, with our reliance on daylight, often overlook this dimension, many animals have evolved the remarkable ability to perceive and utilize infrared signals, allowing them to navigate, hunt, and communicate in the darkness. Consider the pit vipers, those masters of the night. These snakes possess specialized sensory organs, the pit organs, located between their eyes and nostrils. These pits are exquisitely sensitive to infrared radiation, essentially acting as tiny heat sensors. They can detect the body heat of their prey, even in complete darkness, allowing them to pinpoint the location of a warm-blooded mouse or bird with remarkable accuracy. Imagine the precision required. To sense the faint warmth of a creature moving through the cold night air, to differentiate it from the ambient temperature, to strike with deadly accuracy. This is a testament to the power of infrared perception. But it's not just about hunting. Infrared communication also plays a role in social interactions. Some insects, for example, use infrared signals to attract mates. Certain moths and beetles emit infrared radiation as a form of calling card, broadcasting their presence to potential partners in the darkness. This is a crucial adaptation, ensuring the survival of their species in a world where visibility is severely limited. Think about the implications of this. A hidden language, a secret conversation conducted in wavelengths invisible to the human eye. The environment itself, the subtle gradients of temperature, become a medium for communication. Warm bodies radiating their heat, cold surfaces absorbing it, creating a complex tapestry of thermal signatures. And the applications extend beyond the animal kingdom. Scientists are studying how animals use infrared to understand more about their behavior. By observing the infrared emissions of different species, they can learn about their activity patterns, their social interactions, and even their emotional states. This research sheds light on the intricacies of animal lives, revealing a hidden world of communication that we are only beginning to understand. The use of infrared signals is also a reminder of the diversity of life on Earth. It showcases the incredible adaptations that have evolved to overcome environmental challenges. It shows how animals have found unique ways to thrive in the dark, to communicate, and to survive. From the stealthy hunter to the ardent suitor, infrared communication is a testament to nature's ingenuity. It's a reminder that there is always more to the world than meets the eye, and that our understanding of the natural world is constantly evolving. In essence, animals using infrared signals is a demonstration of how living beings perceive and interact with the world in ways that transcend our own limited senses, highlighting the beauty and complexity of life in the darkness. The night, once a void, transforms into a vibrant stage, alive with the silent glow of life's hidden language. Fungi can influence the behavior of animals. Deep within the silent world of the forest, a hidden conversation unfolds, a dialogue between the seemingly static realm of fungi and the dynamic lives of animals. This communication, often subtle, yet profoundly impactful, reveals that fungi are not merely passive participants in the ecosystem. They are active manipulators, shaping the behavior of creatures both large and small. One of the most striking examples of this influence is seen in the relationship between fungi and insects. Certain fungi, known as entomopathogens, are masters of parasitism, infecting insects and subtly altering their behavior. These fungi can induce the infected insects to climb to high points, where they attach themselves to leaves or twigs. This strategic placement allows the fungus to release spores carried by the wind to infect other insects, ensuring its propagation. Consider the cordyceps fungus, a particularly notorious example. It infects ants, hijacking their nervous systems. The ant, now a puppet, is compelled to climb to a specific location, often on a plant stem where it clamps down with its mandibles. The fungus then grows out of the ant's head, releasing spores to infect new hosts. This is not mere coincidence. It is a carefully orchestrated manipulation, a testament to the power of fungi to control animal behavior. Beyond insects, fungi also affect the behavior of larger animals, albeit in less direct ways. Consider the role of mycorrhizal fungi, which form symbiotic relationships with tree roots. These fungi enhance the tree's ability to absorb nutrients, indirectly affecting the availability of food for herbivores. Changes in tree health, influenced by fungal activity, can therefore lead to shifts in the distribution and behavior of animals that depend on those trees for sustenance. Furthermore, fungi can alter the chemical composition of plants, making them more or less palatable to animals. Some fungi produce toxins that deter herbivores, protecting the plants from being eaten. Others, conversely, can enhance the nutritional value of plants, attracting animals to feed on them. The presence of certain fungi can also influence the overall health and well-being of animals. Mycotoxins, produced by some fungi, can contaminate food sources and cause illness in animals. Conversely, the presence of beneficial fungi in the soil can contribute to the overall health of the ecosystem, supporting a diverse range of animals. The intricate network of fungal hyphae, the threads that weave through the soil and connect plants, also provides shelter and habitat for various creatures. Fungi create microhabitats that support a rich diversity of life, from microscopic invertebrates to small mammals. In essence, fungi are not just passive inhabitants of the forest floor. They are integral players in the complex web of interactions that govern the behavior of animals. Their influence extends from the smallest insect to the largest herbivore, shaping the dynamics of the entire ecosystem. This silent, unseen influence highlights the profound interconnectedness of life, a testament to the subtle power of nature's hidden architects. The study of this relationship is ongoing, revealing new insights into the complexity and interdependence of the natural world. The more we learn, the more we appreciate the intricate dance between fungi and animals, a dance that shapes the very fabric of life in the forest. The whispers of the forest, carried on the breeze, reveal that even the smallest threads of life can orchestrate the grandest symphonies of behavior, reminding us that even in our own lives, unseen forces subtly shape our paths. Trees compete for resources, but also cooperate. The forest, a seemingly harmonious tapestry of life, is in reality a dynamic arena of both competition and cooperation. Trees, like all living organisms, require resources to survive and thrive. Sunlight, water, and nutrients in the soil are the primary resources for which they constantly vie. The taller trees, for instance, often dominate the canopy, intercepting the majority of the sunlight and casting shadows that can limit the growth of their smaller neighbors. This competition can be fierce, with trees employing various strategies to gain an advantage. They might grow rapidly to outpace rivals, develop extensive root systems to monopolize water and nutrients, or even release chemicals into the soil that inhibit the growth of nearby trees of different species. The allocation of resources is a constant negotiation in the forest, a silent struggle for survival played out on a grand scale. Each tree, a solitary actor, striving for its own well-being. However, the story of trees is not solely one of competition. They also engage in remarkable acts of cooperation, forming intricate networks of support and mutual benefit. This cooperation is often most evident in their relationships with each other and with other organisms within their ecosystem. Trees of the same species, for example, may share resources through their interconnected root systems, particularly in times of stress. When one tree is struggling, perhaps due to drought or disease, neighboring trees can provide it with nutrients and water, essentially acting as a lifeline. This sharing is not random. It's a carefully orchestrated dance of reciprocity. Trees can also warn each other of impending dangers, such as insect attacks. When a tree is under attack, it releases volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, into the air. These airborne signals alert other trees in the vicinity, triggering them to produce their own defenses, such as bitter-tasting chemicals that deter the attackers. Furthermore, trees often cooperate with other organisms, most notably fungi. Mycorrhizal fungi form symbiotic relationships with tree roots, creating a vast underground network known as the Wood Wide Web. Through this network, trees can exchange nutrients, water, and even information with each other. The fungi act as intermediaries, facilitating the transfer of resources and signals across the forest floor. This intricate web of connections allows the trees to communicate, share resources, and collectively respond to environmental changes. This complex interplay of competition and cooperation is what makes the forest so resilient and dynamic. It is a testament to the intricate balance of life, where individual survival is intertwined with the well-being of the whole. This duality is a fundamental principle of nature. The forest reminds us that even in the face of struggle, there is a profound interconnectedness, a silent agreement to support and sustain one another, a gentle reminder that we are all part of a larger, interwoven system. Animals employ a wide range of communication strategies. Animals across the vast tapestry of life have evolved an astonishing array of ways to communicate. The strategies they employ are as diverse as the creatures themselves, reflecting the varied environments they inhabit and the complex social structures they've developed. From the depths of the ocean to the highest mountain peaks, communication is the lifeblood of animal societies, enabling them to find mates, avoid predators, cooperate in hunting, and maintain social order. The most obvious form of animal communication is visual. Think of the vibrant plumage of a male peacock, the flashing of fireflies, or the elaborate courtship dances of birds of paradise. These visual displays are designed to attract mates, signal dominance, or warn off rivals. The intensity of color, the complexity of movement, and the sheer artistry of these displays are often directly correlated to the animal's fitness and reproductive success. Then there's auditory communication. Sounds travel far and wide, making them a particularly effective means of conveying information across distances. Birds sing to establish territories and attract mates. Wolves howl to maintain pack cohesion. And whales use complex songs to communicate across vast stretches of ocean. The frequency, duration, and pattern of these sounds carry a wealth of information, from the animal's identity and location to its emotional state and intentions. Olfactory communication, or the use of scents, is another crucial tool in the animal's communication arsenal. Pheromones, chemical signals released into the environment, can convey a wide range of messages, including warnings, territorial claims, and invitations to mate. Many mammals, for instance, use scent marking to delineate their territories, letting other animals know who's in charge and where the boundaries lie. Insects, too, rely heavily on pheromones, using them to coordinate complex social activities like foraging and nest building. Tactile communication, involving physical touch, is particularly important in social animals. Grooming, for example, strengthens social bonds in primates, while physical contact during courtship helps to ensure successful mating. The subtle nuances of touch can convey a range of emotions, from affection and reassurance to aggression and dominance. Some animals even employ less obvious communication methods. Electrical communication, for example, is used by certain fish to navigate and communicate in murky waters. These fish generate weak electrical fields, which they use to detect objects and communicate with each other. Magnetic fields also play a role in animal communication. Some animals, like birds and sea turtles, use the Earth's magnetic field for navigation, and there is evidence that some species may also use it for communication. Furthermore, the complexity of animal communication extends beyond simple signals. Many animals, especially primates and cetaceans, have developed complex vocalizations and gestures that function much like human language. They can combine different signals to create more complex meanings, and they can even learn and adapt their communication strategies over time. The study of animal communication is a vast and ongoing field, revealing the incredible sophistication and diversity of life on Earth. Each new discovery deepens our appreciation for the intricate ways in which animals interact with each other and the world around them. It is a testament to the power of evolution and the endless creativity of nature. The symphony of life is a chorus of interconnected signals, each creature whispering its story to the world, a constant, gentle reminder of the shared dance of existence. Fungi can communicate with plants via root systems. The intricate world beneath our feet is a bustling network, a hidden realm where plants and fungi engage in a silent, yet profound conversation. This dialogue occurs primarily through the root systems of plants and the mycelial networks of fungi, creating a symbiotic relationship that is essential for the health and survival of both. This complex interplay is often referred to as the mycorrhizal network, derived from the Greek words myco, meaning fungus, and rhiza, meaning root. The fungal partners, often referred to as mycorrhizae, form a symbiotic relationship with the roots of most plants. There are two primary types of mycorrhizae, ectomycorrhizae and endomycorrhizae. Ectomycorrhizae primarily associate with trees and shrubs, forming a sheath around the root tips, while endomycorrhizae, also known as arbuscular mycorrhizae, penetrate the root cells of a wider range of plants, including many crops and grasses. This microscopic intrusion allows for direct nutrient exchange. The communication itself is multifaceted. Fungi act as intermediaries, extending their hyphae, the thread-like structures that make up the fungal network, into the soil, far beyond the reach of the plant's roots. They effectively act as extensions of the root system, greatly increasing the surface area available for nutrient and water absorption. As the hyphae explore the soil, they encounter and break down organic matter, releasing essential nutrients like phosphorus, nitrogen, and potassium. These nutrients are then absorbed by the fungi and transferred to the plant roots in exchange for carbohydrates produced by the plant through photosynthesis. Think of it as a subterranean trade agreement, a constant exchange of goods and services. This transfer of nutrients is not the only form of communication. The mycorrhizal network also facilitates the exchange of information. Plants under attack by pests or pathogens can signal other plants through this network. The signal is often a chemical compound, a volatile organic compound, or even electrical impulses that travel along the fungal network, alerting neighboring plants to potential threats. This allows neighboring plants to prepare their defenses, producing defensive chemicals, thickening their cell walls, or altering their growth patterns. It's a form of collective defense, a silent warning system that allows the forest community to respond as a whole. Furthermore, the mycorrhizal network can also be used to share resources. In times of stress, such as drought or nutrient scarcity, plants can share resources with each other through the network. This can include water, carbon, and other essential nutrients. This is particularly important for seedlings or weaker plants that might struggle to survive on their own. It is a testament to the cooperative nature of the forest ecosystem. The fungi, acting as the central hub, facilitate this sharing, ensuring the survival of the community. The fungal network is also involved in the decomposition of organic matter in the soil. Fungi break down dead leaves, wood, and other organic materials, releasing nutrients that are then available for plants to absorb. This is a crucial role in the nutrient cycle of the forest, ensuring that essential elements are constantly recycled. The complexity of communication within the mycorrhizal network is still being unraveled by scientists. Research is ongoing to understand the specific chemical signals involved, the mechanisms of signal transmission, and the role of the network in plant behavior and community structure. It's a field of ongoing discovery, revealing the hidden language of the forest. The more we learn about this intricate communication system, the more we appreciate the interconnectedness of life and the importance of preserving the delicate balance of forest ecosystems. This is a silent, yet powerful, testament to the interconnectedness of all living things. The fungal network also plays a critical role in carbon sequestration. By increasing the efficiency of nutrient uptake, mycorrhizae help plants to grow more vigorously, thus absorbing more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Fungi also store carbon in the soil, further contributing to the reduction of greenhouse gases. In summary, the communication between fungi and plants via root systems is a complex and vital process that underpins the health and resilience of forest ecosystems. This intricate network facilitates nutrient exchange, information sharing, resource allocation, and carbon sequestration, demonstrating the remarkable interconnectedness of life beneath our feet. This underground world is a testament to the power of cooperation and the importance of understanding the intricate relationships that bind us all together. The silent whispers of the earth, carried on fungal threads, remind us that even in the stillness of the soil, life speaks, shares, and connects, a gentle rhythm echoing the interconnectedness of all things, a reminder of the quiet harmony that underlies our own existence. Trees remember past attacks and prime their defenses. Imagine, if you will, the silent, patient world of the forest. A world where trees, seemingly stoic and unchanging, possess a remarkable capacity for memory. It's a memory not of conscious thought as we understand it, but a deeply ingrained biological response to past experiences. Trees, much like ourselves, are not simply passive recipients of the environment. They are active participants, constantly learning and adapting. One of the most fascinating aspects of this adaptation is their ability to remember past attacks and prime their defenses accordingly. When a tree is attacked, say, by a hungry insect or a fungal pathogen, it doesn't just passively endure the assault. The tree's intricate defense mechanisms kick into high gear. This initial attack serves as a kind of traumatic event, triggering a cascade of responses that are then recorded, in a sense, within the tree's internal systems. The tree's cells begin to produce a variety of defensive compounds, specialized chemicals designed to repel or poison future attackers. These compounds can include tannins, which make the leaves less palatable, or terpenes, which are volatile organic compounds that can act as both repellents and warning signals to other trees. The initial attack also triggers the production of proteins that are involved in the process of systemic acquired resistance (SAR). This is a process akin to the immune response in animals. The tree's defenses are not just localized to the site of the attack. Instead, the tree essentially primes its entire system, making it much more resistant to future attacks. This priming involves a complex interplay of chemical signals, transmitted throughout the tree via its vascular system. Think of it as the tree's body preparing for a future battle, mobilizing its forces and fortifying its defenses. In essence, the tree remembers the initial attack by maintaining a heightened state of alert. This memory can last for weeks, months, or even years, depending on the species of tree and the nature of the initial attack. The tree's defenses are not always activated, but they are always ready to be deployed much more rapidly and effectively than if the tree had no prior experience. The details of how this memory is encoded and maintained are still being uncovered by scientists, but it appears that epigenetic modifications, such as changes in the structure of the tree's DNA, play a crucial role. These modifications can alter the activity of genes involved in defense, making the tree more resilient to future threats. This memory is not written in a brain like ours, but is encoded within the very fabric of the tree's cells. Furthermore, trees can often share this information with their neighbors. When a tree is attacked, it may release volatile organic compounds, VOCs, into the air. These VOCs can act as warning signals, alerting nearby trees to the presence of danger. The recipient trees can then start preparing their own defenses, even before they are directly attacked. This is a form of communal defense, where trees work together to protect the entire forest. This communication network highlights the interconnectedness of the forest ecosystem. The ability of trees to remember and respond to past attacks is a testament to the remarkable complexity and adaptability of the natural world. It challenges our traditional notions of plants as passive entities. It reveals them to be dynamic, responsive organisms that are constantly interacting with their environment. The trees are not just static structures, but rather they are living, breathing beings, constantly engaged in a silent, yet profound dialogue with the world around them. This is a form of intelligence, albeit a very different one from our own, that is deeply ingrained in the very structure of their being. In a world often defined by its impermanence, the trees stand as silent witnesses, holding within them the echoes of past struggles and the promise of future resilience. The forest, in its quiet wisdom, reminds us that even the most enduring of beings carry within them the marks of experience, the lessons learned, and the capacity for strength. Animals use magnetic fields for navigation and communication. The Earth itself is a giant magnet, generating a magnetic field that surrounds our planet. This field, though invisible to the human eye, is a crucial navigation tool for many animals. It's a subtle yet powerful force, a silent compass guiding creatures across vast distances. Animals that utilize this capability are known as magnetoreceptive, meaning they possess the ability to detect and respond to magnetic fields. The mechanisms behind this remarkable ability are still being actively researched, but scientists have discovered several intriguing possibilities. One of the most well-studied examples of magnetoreception is found in migratory birds. These birds, such as robins, warblers, and pigeons, undertake incredible journeys, often flying thousands of miles between their breeding and wintering grounds. Their ability to navigate with such precision has long puzzled researchers. It's now understood that these birds use the Earth's magnetic field to help them find their way. They have specialized cells, often containing magnetite, a naturally occurring magnetic mineral, within their beaks or eyes. This magnetite acts like a tiny compass needle, aligning with the Earth's magnetic field and providing the birds with directional information. This allows them to orient themselves and stay on course, even on cloudy days when other visual cues are obscured. The strength and direction of the magnetic field vary across the globe, providing birds with a kind of magnetic map. By sensing these variations, they can determine their location and adjust their flight path accordingly. Beyond birds, many other animals also exhibit magnetoreception. Marine animals, such as sea turtles, are known to use the Earth's magnetic field for navigation. Hatchling sea turtles, for instance, use the magnetic field to find their way from their nesting beaches to the open ocean. They imprint on the magnetic signature of their natal beach and use that information to return to the same area to nest as adults, often years later. Sharks and rays are also believed to use magnetoreception for navigation. They have specialized sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, which are sensitive to electrical fields, including those generated by the Earth's magnetic field. This allows them to sense the magnetic field and navigate through the ocean. Even some insects, such as honeybees, are known to use the Earth's magnetic field for navigation. Honeybees use the magnetic field to orient themselves when foraging and to communicate the location of food sources to their hive mates. The intricate dances they perform to convey this information are also influenced by their sensitivity to the magnetic field. The magnetic field's influence also extends into the realm of communication. Some animals use magnetic fields, or the information they contain, to signal to each other. Researchers have found that some species of bacteria, for example, have magnetosomes, which are tiny, membrane-bound structures containing magnetite. These magnetosomes allow the bacteria to align themselves with the Earth's magnetic field, helping them to find optimal environments. The precise mechanisms of magnetoreception vary among different species. Some animals may use the magnetic field directly, while others may use it in conjunction with other sensory cues, such as the position of the sun or stars. Some researchers believe that the magnetic field interacts with chemical reactions in the animal's cells, producing signals that the animal can interpret. Others propose that the magnetic field affects the movement of charged particles within the animal's nervous system. The study of magnetoreception is an active area of research, and scientists are continually uncovering new and fascinating details about how animals perceive and use the Earth's magnetic field. It's a complex and elegant system, highlighting the remarkable ability of life to adapt and thrive in diverse environments. The Earth's magnetic field is a fundamental part of our planet, a silent force that shapes the environment and influences the behavior of countless creatures. It is a reminder of the unseen connections that bind us all, a subtle yet powerful influence guiding life's journeys across vast expanses. Fungi can predict the future based on environmental cues. Fungi, in their quiet, subterranean world, demonstrate a remarkable ability to anticipate future conditions. This isn't precognition in the human sense, but rather a sophisticated form of environmental awareness and adaptation. They achieve this predictive capability through a combination of sensory perception and complex internal processing. Imagine, if you will, the intricate network of mycelium, the fungal equivalent of roots, spreading silently through the soil. These delicate threads are constantly sampling the environment, gathering information about temperature, moisture, nutrient availability, and the presence of other organisms, including potential threats. Fungi employ a diverse array of sensory tools to gather this data. They can detect subtle changes in temperature, even minute shifts that might signal the approach of a seasonal change or the presence of a localized heat source. They are exquisitely sensitive to moisture levels, responding to the slightest fluctuations in humidity, which is crucial for their survival and growth. Fungi also possess sophisticated chemical sensing capabilities. They can smell the presence of specific compounds in the soil, such as the byproducts of decaying organic matter, signaling an opportunity for food, or the presence of toxins, signaling a need for defense. Furthermore, fungi can detect the presence of other organisms, including other fungi, bacteria, and even the roots of plants. These interactions can trigger a variety of responses, from competition to cooperation, all based on the information gathered. The information is then relayed across the mycelial network. This network acts like a vast, interconnected nervous system, transmitting signals throughout the fungal colony. These signals aren't electrical impulses like those in our own bodies, but rather chemical signals carried through the mycelial threads. The speed of transmission can vary, but the network allows the fungus to process information from a wide range of locations and integrate it into a cohesive understanding of its environment. This allows the fungus to make informed decisions about its growth and behavior. Based on the information gathered, fungi can adjust their growth patterns, allocate resources, and even alter their genetic expression to prepare for future challenges or opportunities. For example, if a fungus detects a decline in nutrient availability, it might shift its growth towards areas with more resources or begin to produce spores to ensure its survival. If it detects the presence of a potential threat, such as a harmful bacterium, it might synthesize defensive compounds to protect itself. This predictive ability is not perfect, of course. Fungi are still subject to environmental uncertainties, but their sophisticated sensory systems and the interconnectedness of their mycelial networks provide them with a significant advantage in navigating the complexities of their world. They are constantly adapting, learning, and anticipating, ensuring their survival in an ever-changing environment. This process also extends to their relationships with other organisms. Fungi are often involved in symbiotic relationships with plants, known as mycorrhizae. In these partnerships, the fungi help the plants absorb nutrients from the soil, while the plants provide the fungi with sugars produced through photosynthesis. The fungi can predict the needs of the plants, adjusting their nutrient delivery based on the plant's growth stage and environmental conditions. This ability to anticipate future needs is a crucial part of their success. The delicate threads of the mycelial network, sensing the subtle shifts of the world, remind us that even in the quietest corners of existence, life anticipates, adapts, and prepares for the unfolding of time. Trees can alter their growth to optimize resource acquisition. Trees, in their silent, patient way, are masters of adaptation. They don't just passively exist, they actively shape their own forms to best thrive in their environment. This remarkable ability, known as phenotypic plasticity, allows them to modify their growth patterns in response to the availability of resources like sunlight, water, and nutrients. It's a fundamental principle of survival, a constant dance of adjustment to the realities of their surroundings. Imagine a young sapling, struggling to reach the sunlight filtering through a dense canopy. The tree doesn't simply give up. Instead, it directs its energy towards growing taller, extending its branches towards the light, and even altering the shape of its leaves to maximize the capture of solar energy. This is a direct response to the lack of light, a conscious decision, if you will, driven by the tree's internal mechanisms. In areas where water is scarce, trees might develop deep root systems to tap into underground water sources, or they might reduce leaf surface area to minimize water loss through transpiration. In nutrient-poor soils, they can allocate resources to developing extensive root networks, increasing the surface area available for nutrient absorption. They can even form symbiotic relationships with fungi, as we've discussed, to enhance nutrient uptake. The mechanisms behind this are complex and fascinating. Hormones play a crucial role, acting as chemical messengers that regulate growth and development. For instance, the hormone auxin produced in the growing tips of branches influences the direction of growth. When a tree leans towards the sunlight, the auxin concentration on the shaded side increases, causing that side to grow faster and thus correct the lean. This adaptability extends beyond simple growth adjustments. Trees can also alter the density of their wood, making it stronger in areas where they experience high wind stress, or they can change the timing of their leaf emergence and fall, optimizing their growing season based on local climate conditions. They are constantly monitoring their environment, sensing changes in light, temperature, moisture, and nutrient availability. They then translate these signals into specific growth responses, fine-tuning their form and function to maximize their chances of survival and reproduction. This intricate system is a testament to the evolutionary pressures they've endured, a constant process of trial and error that has resulted in the incredible diversity and resilience we see in the world's forests. Think of the towering redwood, perfectly adapted to the coastal fog, or the desert acacia with its deep roots and water-saving strategies. Each is a living embodiment of this principle, a testament to the power of adaptation. These subtle adjustments, this internal choreography, are what allow trees to flourish in such a wide range of habitats, from the icy tundra to the tropical rainforest. This is not mere passive existence. It's a dynamic, responsive strategy for life. As you drift towards slumber, consider the quiet resilience of the trees, their ability to reshape themselves in the face of change, a gentle reminder of the power of adaptability within you, a quiet echo of the tree's persistent quest for equilibrium. Asterisk 25. Animals use electrical fields for communication. In the realm of animal communication, beyond the familiar signals of sound, sight, and scent, lies a subtle and often overlooked form: the use of electrical fields. This fascinating phenomenon, known as electrocommunication, is primarily employed by aquatic creatures, especially those inhabiting murky waters where visibility is limited. These animals have evolved specialized organs capable of generating and detecting electrical signals, creating a sort of bioelectric language. The most well-known examples come from the electric fish, such as the electric eel of the Amazon and various species of knifefish. These creatures use electroreception and electrogenesis, the ability to sense and generate electrical fields, to navigate, hunt, and communicate. The electric eel, for instance, can generate powerful electrical discharges to stun prey or deter predators. They do this by modifying the electrical potential across their bodies. The electrical discharge is produced by specialized electrocytes, muscle cells that have lost their contractile ability and are instead packed with ion channels. These electrocytes are arranged in series, amplifying the voltage to a significant level. The electric eel can generate a high voltage, low current discharge for defense or prey capture, or a low voltage, high frequency discharge for navigation and communication. Electroreception, on the other hand, is the ability to detect these electric fields. Many aquatic animals possess electroreceptors, specialized sensory organs that can detect minute changes in the electrical fields surrounding them. These receptors are often located on the skin, and they act like tiny antennas, picking up the electrical signals emitted by other animals or the distortions caused by objects in the environment. This allows them to see in the dark, detecting the presence of prey or obstacles even when visual cues are absent. The communication aspect of electrocommunication is particularly intriguing. Many electric fish species use specific patterns of electrical signals to convey information about their species, sex, and even their emotional state. The frequency, amplitude, and duration of the electrical pulses can vary, creating a complex electric language that other members of their species can understand. Some species, for example, use distinct electrical signals during courtship rituals, while others use different signals to signal aggression or submission. This form of communication is highly efficient in murky waters, where other forms of communication, such as visual signals, would be ineffective. It's a prime example of how evolution has shaped unique solutions to the challenges of survival and communication in specific environments. The ability to generate and detect electrical fields provides these animals with a distinct advantage, allowing them to thrive in environments where other creatures might struggle. The study of electrocommunication offers insights into the remarkable diversity of life and the ingenious ways in which animals have adapted to their surroundings. Ultimately, the understanding of electrocommunication is a testament to the fact that the world is far more complex and interconnected than we often perceive. The electric eel's ability to create a powerful electrical discharge is a reminder of the raw power and potential that exists within the natural world, while the subtle electrical signals of other electric fish offer a glimpse into a hidden world of communication, a testament to the elegant ingenuity of the natural world. The quiet, gentle electricity of the soul can be revealed in the darkness, allowing us to perceive the world in new and subtle ways, just as the electric fish navigate their murky depths. Asterisk 26. Fungi can learn and adapt to new environments. Fungi, despite their seemingly simple structure, possess a remarkable capacity for learning and adaptation. They are not static organisms. Instead, they constantly assess and respond to their environment, demonstrating a form of intelligence that allows them to thrive in diverse and changing conditions. This ability to learn is crucial for their survival, enabling them to exploit resources efficiently, avoid threats, and colonize new habitats. The process of learning in fungi is complex, but it fundamentally relies on their ability to sense, integrate, and respond to environmental stimuli. This sensing occurs through a variety of mechanisms. Fungi possess chemoreceptors that detect the presence of specific chemicals, such as nutrients or toxins, in their surroundings. They also have mechanoreceptors that sense physical changes, like pressure or vibration. Furthermore, they can detect light, temperature fluctuations, and even electrical signals. Once a fungus senses a stimulus, it integrates the information and initiates a response. This response can take many forms, including changes in growth patterns, the production of enzymes, or the alteration of gene expression. For instance, if a fungus encounters a new food source, it may produce specific enzymes to break down and utilize that resource. If it encounters a harmful substance, it may alter its growth to avoid the toxin or produce compounds to neutralize it. One fascinating aspect of fungal learning is their ability to form memories. While they don't have brains in the traditional sense, they can retain information about past experiences. This memory allows them to anticipate future events and respond more effectively. For example, if a fungus repeatedly encounters a specific food source, it may remember this experience and grow faster towards that resource in the future. This form of memory is often linked to changes in the fungal cell's internal structure and the regulation of gene expression. Moreover, fungi can adapt to new environments through a process of genetic plasticity. This means that their genetic makeup is not entirely fixed. Instead, it can change over time in response to environmental pressures. This adaptation can occur through various mechanisms, including mutations, gene duplication, and horizontal gene transfer. For example, if a fungus is exposed to a new toxin, it may undergo mutations that make it resistant to that toxin. Fungi also demonstrate a remarkable ability to communicate with each other, sharing information and coordinating their responses to environmental changes. This communication often occurs through chemical signals, such as pheromones, which can be transmitted through the air or through the mycelial network. This communication allows fungi to coordinate their activities, for example, to build intricate structures, to share resources, or to defend against threats. The adaptability of fungi also extends to their ability to form symbiotic relationships with other organisms, such as plants. These relationships, which are often mutually beneficial, allow fungi to exploit resources that they would not otherwise have access to. For example, mycorrhizal fungi form a symbiotic relationship with plant roots, exchanging nutrients for carbohydrates. This symbiotic relationship enhances the survival of both organisms, allowing them to thrive in harsh environments. Fungal learning and adaptation are not only fascinating in their own right, but they also have significant implications for various fields. For example, understanding how fungi adapt to new environments can help us to develop new strategies for controlling fungal diseases in agriculture. It can also help us to develop new biotechnologies, such as the use of fungi to break down pollutants or to produce valuable chemicals. Furthermore, the study of fungal learning can provide valuable insights into the fundamental principles of intelligence and adaptation in biological systems. These processes are a testament to the versatility and resilience of life on Earth. The more we learn about the intelligence of fungi, the more we realize just how much we don't know about the intricate web of life that surrounds us. Fungi, in their quiet persistence, teach us that even the simplest forms of life are capable of profound adaptation, reminding us that we, too, are constantly learning and evolving in the grand ecosystem of existence. Asterisk 27. Trees can influence the microclimate of their surroundings. Trees, in their silent majesty, are not merely passive residents of their environment. They actively shape the microclimate around them, creating a localized atmospheric bubble that profoundly affects the lives of all creatures within their reach. This influence is multifaceted, encompassing temperature, humidity, wind patterns, and even the intensity of sunlight. Consider first the impact on temperature. Trees, through the process of transpiration, the release of water vapor through their leaves, act as natural air conditioners. This process absorbs heat from the surrounding air, effectively cooling the immediate environment. The denser the canopy, the more significant this cooling effect. Think of a hot summer day and then imagine stepping into the shade of a mature forest. The difference is palpable. The air is noticeably cooler, a haven from the oppressive heat. This cooling effect is not just beneficial for animals and humans seeking respite. It also helps to moderate the temperature fluctuations experienced by the trees themselves, protecting them from extreme heat stress. Next, consider humidity. Trees release vast quantities of water vapor into the air through transpiration, significantly increasing the humidity levels in their vicinity. This increased humidity creates a more comfortable environment, reducing the rate of evaporation from the soil and from the bodies of animals. Higher humidity also helps to retain moisture in the leaves, preventing them from drying out too quickly, particularly during periods of drought. This effect is especially pronounced in forests, where the dense canopy and the presence of the forest floor create a humid microclimate that supports a diverse range of plant and animal life. Wind is another element profoundly influenced by trees. The presence of a forest acts as a natural windbreak, reducing wind speeds and providing shelter from the elements. This sheltering effect is crucial for a variety of reasons. It reduces the rate of water loss from the soil, preventing erosion and conserving moisture. It also provides protection from strong winds that might damage trees or other plants. Furthermore, the reduced wind speeds create a more stable environment for insects and other small creatures, allowing them to thrive. The pattern of wind flow is also altered. Wind is channeled, creating gentle breezes and localized air currents within the forest. The amount of sunlight reaching the forest floor is also heavily influenced by the tree's canopies. The dense foliage filters out a significant portion of the sunlight, reducing the intensity of the solar radiation that reaches the ground. This reduced sunlight intensity creates a cooler, shadier environment, which is crucial for the survival of shade-tolerant plants. This process also helps to prevent the soil from drying out too quickly, further contributing to the overall stability of the microclimate. The light that does filter through the canopy is often dappled, creating a mosaic of light and shadow that adds to the beauty and complexity of the forest environment. Furthermore, the very structure of the forest influences the microclimate. The rough bark of the trees, the uneven terrain of the forest floor, and the presence of fallen leaves and debris all contribute to the complexity of the environment. These features create a multitude of microhabitats, each with its own unique temperature, humidity, and light conditions. This diversity of microhabitats supports a wide range of plant and animal life, making the forest a truly vibrant and dynamic ecosystem. Even the presence of a single tree, standing alone, can alter the microclimate of a smaller area, offering shade, reducing wind speed, and providing a haven for smaller creatures. The ability of trees to influence the microclimate around them has significant implications for the health and well-being of the entire ecosystem. By creating a more stable and favorable environment, trees contribute to the survival and flourishing of a wide range of species. They provide shelter from the elements, regulate temperature and humidity, and modify the flow of wind and sunlight. Their influence extends beyond the immediate vicinity, affecting the broader landscape and contributing to the overall health of the planet. These intricate interactions, this delicate dance of influence, highlights the interconnectedness of all living things. In the quiet embrace of the forest, we find a microcosm of the larger world, where every element plays a role in the creation of a harmonious and balanced environment. The rustling leaves, the filtered sunlight, the gentle breeze, all are testaments to the quiet power of trees, shaping the world around them in ways both subtle and profound. Animals use seismic signals for communication. Animals, especially those living in environments where visual or auditory signals are limited, have evolved a fascinating method of communication: seismic communication. This involves generating vibrations in the ground, water, or even through solid objects, and then interpreting those vibrations as messages. This is a hidden world of communication, often overlooked by us, but vital for many creatures. Imagine the ground beneath your feet as a vast network, constantly carrying whispers of information. This is the reality for creatures like elephants, moles, and even some insects. Elephants, for instance, are renowned for their use of infrasonic calls, which are low-frequency sounds that travel long distances. But these calls also generate seismic waves that travel through the ground. These seismic waves can be detected by other elephants, allowing them to communicate over distances of several kilometers, even when they cannot see or hear each other directly. This is particularly useful in the vast, open savannas where they roam. They can use these signals to locate family members, coordinate movements, and even warn of danger. The vibrations travel through the earth, a sort of silent language, carrying messages of warning, reassurance, and connection. Moles, those subterranean architects, are also masters of seismic communication. They live almost entirely underground, navigating a complex network of tunnels. They use seismic signals to communicate with each other, share information about food sources, and even establish territorial boundaries. They generate vibrations by drumming their heads against the tunnel walls or by scraping their claws along the ground. These vibrations are then detected by specialized receptors in their feet and snouts, allowing them to build a detailed understanding of their surroundings and the presence of other moles. Think of them as listening to the earth itself, deciphering the subtle tremors that reveal the secrets of their underground world. Insects, too, are surprisingly adept at seismic communication. Many species of insects, such as crickets and cicadas, use vibrations to attract mates, warn of predators, or coordinate group activities. They generate these vibrations in various ways, including stridulation, rubbing body parts together, drumming on surfaces, or even tapping their legs. These vibrations are then transmitted through the substrate, whether it be a leaf, a branch, or the ground. Other insects with specialized sensory organs can detect these vibrations and interpret them as signals. It's a world of secret messages and silent conversations right beneath our noses. The vibrations, however small, contain complex information. The efficiency of seismic communication is often dependent on the substrate. Different materials transmit vibrations at different speeds and with varying levels of attenuation. For example, solid ground transmits seismic signals much better than loose soil. The type of soil, its moisture content, and the presence of any obstacles all influence how the signals travel. This means that animals using seismic communication must be attuned not only to the signals themselves, but also to the environment through which they travel. They must understand the geology of their world and how it affects the whispers that travel through the earth. Specialized sensory receptors are crucial for detecting these seismic signals. Many animals have evolved highly sensitive structures, such as the Pacinian corpuscles in their feet or legs. These receptors are particularly sensitive to vibrations and pressure changes. They are essentially biological seismographs, allowing animals to detect even the faintest tremors in their environment. These sensors are incredibly sophisticated, capable of filtering out background noise and focusing on the specific vibrations that carry meaningful information. They are finely tuned to the subtle language of the earth. Seismic communication also plays a role in predator-prey interactions. Some predators, like snakes and spiders, use seismic signals to locate and ambush their prey. They lie in wait, sensing the vibrations caused by the movements of potential victims. They can then pinpoint the location of their prey and strike with precision. This is a testament to the power of seismic communication and how it is used as a survival tool. It is a silent battle played out in the hidden world beneath our feet. The study of seismic communication is a burgeoning field of research, and scientists are still uncovering the intricacies of this fascinating form of communication. They are constantly learning about new species that use seismic signals and the various ways in which they are used. This area of study is crucial for understanding the complex social dynamics and ecological interactions of many animal species. It is a window into a world we are only beginning to understand. The complexity of these communication systems, from the rumbling of an elephant's foot to the subtle tapping of a mole's claw, highlights the interconnectedness of life on Earth. The seismic world, though silent to us, is filled with a symphony of communication, a testament to the ingenuity of nature. The Earth itself whispers secrets, carrying messages of life, survival, and connection, reminding us that even in stillness, a vibrant conversation is always underway, a silent language spoken beneath our feet, a gentle reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. Fungi can alter the composition of the soil to benefit trees. The intricate dance between fungi and trees extends far beyond the simple exchange of nutrients. It involves a profound alteration of the very soil in which they both reside. Fungi, particularly mycorrhizal fungi, are masters of soil chemistry. They possess the remarkable ability to manipulate the soil's composition to create an environment that is ideally suited for tree growth and overall forest health. This process is complex, involving several key mechanisms. Firstly, fungi secrete enzymes that break down organic matter in the soil. This decomposition process releases essential nutrients, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are then made available to the trees. The fungi act as tiny, tireless chemists, constantly working to unlock the nutrients locked within dead leaves, fallen branches, and other organic debris. They break down complex molecules into simpler forms that trees can readily absorb through their roots. This activity is crucial, as it ensures a steady supply of nutrients, even in nutrient-poor soils. Secondly, fungi can directly influence the soil's pH levels. By releasing organic acids, they can make the soil more acidic, which increases the solubility of certain minerals, such as phosphorus. Phosphorus, vital for root development and overall tree health, is often locked up in the soil and unavailable to plants. The fungi's actions make this critical nutrient accessible. Conversely, in some situations, fungi may also help to buffer the soil's pH, preventing it from becoming too acidic or alkaline, creating a balanced environment. Thirdly, fungi contribute to the soil structure. Their hyphae, the thread-like filaments that make up their bodies, physically bind soil particles together, forming aggregates. These aggregates improve the soil's aeration, water infiltration, and water-holding capacity. Well-structured soil is essential for healthy root growth, as it provides both oxygen and water to the roots, both of which are critical for survival. This improved soil structure also reduces erosion, protecting the soil from being washed away by rain or wind. Furthermore, fungi can improve the soil's ability to retain water. The fungal hyphae act like tiny sponges, absorbing and holding water within the soil matrix. This is particularly important during dry periods, as it provides a reservoir of water for the trees. By increasing the soil's water-holding capacity, fungi help to buffer the trees against drought stress. Fourthly, fungi play a role in the detoxification of the soil. They can absorb and break down pollutants, such as heavy metals and pesticides, thereby reducing their harmful effects on the trees and the broader ecosystem. This is a critical function in areas where the soil has been contaminated by human activities. They act as a natural cleanup crew, protecting the health of the trees and the surrounding environment. Finally, fungi can influence the soil's microbial community. They create a favorable environment for other beneficial microbes, such as bacteria, which further contribute to nutrient cycling and soil health. This creates a positive feedback loop, where the fungi, trees, and other microbes work together to enhance the overall health and resilience of the forest ecosystem. The fungi's influence on the soil composition is a testament to the interconnectedness of life in the forest. It underscores the vital role that these often overlooked organisms play in maintaining the health and stability of the entire ecosystem. It's a continuous, silent symphony of chemical and structural transformations, orchestrated by the unseen network of fungal life, all working in harmony to support the grand tapestry of the forest. The silent work of the fungi, unseen beneath the surface, mirrors the quiet, persistent efforts within us to cultivate a fertile ground for our own growth and well-being. Trees, animals, and fungi form a complex, interconnected ecosystem. The forest, the meadow, even the seemingly barren desert are not simply collections of individual organisms. They are intricate tapestries, woven together by the threads of communication, cooperation, and competition. Trees, animals, and fungi don't exist in isolation. They are deeply intertwined, forming a complex, interconnected ecosystem. This is a realm of profound interdependence, where the health of one species directly impacts the well-being of others. The trees, with their sprawling root systems and towering canopies, provide the structural framework. They are the architects of the forest, creating habitats and influencing the flow of energy and nutrients. Animals, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals, are integral players. They pollinate flowers, disperse seeds, graze on plants, and prey on other animals, creating a dynamic web of interactions. And then there are the fungi, the hidden networkers, the unsung heroes of the forest floor. They form symbiotic relationships with trees, acting as conduits for nutrients and information. They decompose organic matter, returning essential elements to the soil, and they play a vital role in regulating the health and stability of the entire ecosystem. Consider the role of the mycorrhizal network, the wood wide web. Fungi connect the roots of trees, creating a vast underground network. Through this network, trees can share resources such as carbon and nutrients with each other. They can also send warning signals about threats, like insect attacks, allowing neighboring trees to mount their defenses. This is a form of communication and cooperation that fosters resilience within the forest. Trees and fungi work in a constant state of exchange, the trees providing sugars produced through photosynthesis and the fungi providing vital nutrients from the soil. This symbiotic relationship is the cornerstone of forest health. Animals, too, are intricately connected to this network. They consume plants and fungi, dispersing spores and seeds, and influencing the distribution of resources. They also contribute to the decomposition process, returning nutrients to the soil. The insects that feed on trees sometimes trigger the release of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, by the trees. These VOCs act as airborne warnings, alerting other trees to the threat, and even attracting predatory insects that can control the pests. This is a prime example of the multi-species communication that occurs within these ecosystems. The interconnectedness extends to the very structure of the ecosystem. The presence of one species can influence the abundance and distribution of others. For example, the presence of a keystone species, such as a large predator, can dramatically shape the structure of the community, influencing the populations of its prey and the plants they consume. The loss of a single species can trigger a cascade of effects, disrupting the delicate balance and potentially leading to the collapse of the entire ecosystem. The beauty of the interconnectedness lies in its resilience. Each species plays a role, and the redundancy in the system allows it to withstand disturbances, such as storms, fires, or insect outbreaks. The more diverse the ecosystem, the more resilient it tends to be. This interconnectedness also highlights the importance of conservation. Protecting biodiversity is essential for maintaining the health and stability of our planet. When we protect one species, we are often protecting many others, ensuring the continued functioning of these complex, interconnected ecosystems. The study of these intricate relationships is a constant reminder of the profound complexity and wonder of the natural world. It reveals the extraordinary ways in which life on Earth is linked, creating a tapestry of interactions that sustain us all. The interplay of trees, animals, and fungi, the symphony of communication and cooperation, reminds us that we are all part of something larger than ourselves, a grand, interconnected web of life. The entire forest, from the tallest tree to the smallest mushroom, exists in a constant state of exchange, a gentle dance of giving and receiving, mirroring the ebb and flow of life itself. Hello there, and welcome to the Scientist Sleepy. Tonight, we embark on a journey of quiet wonder, a gentle exploration into the hidden world of communication. We'll delve into the intricate ways trees, animals, and fungi interact, a realm of silent conversations and shared experiences. Prepare for a calm lecture, a peaceful understanding of the extraordinary connections that weave through the natural world. Tonight, we will uncover the secrets of how trees, animals, and fungi communicate. Transition to core. Let us begin our journey, allowing our minds to settle and our bodies to relax. Begin fact loop. After fact 30 is completed, our calm exploration has covered a vast and fascinating landscape. We've journeyed through the intricate wood wide web, witnessed the subtle language of chemical signals, and marveled at the silent wisdom of the forest. We've understood how trees, animals, and fungi, each in their own unique way, contribute to a symphony of interconnectedness. We've seen how the grand tapestry of life is woven with threads of communication, cooperation, and resilience. Tonight, we have reviewed the principles of how trees, animals, and fungi communicate. We have learned that the world, in its deepest sense, is not a collection of isolated entities, but a network of relationships. Every rustle of leaves, every chirp of a bird, every silent exchange in the soil is a testament to the profound interconnectedness of life. We've discovered that the natural world is a vast, complex, and beautiful conversation. And as you drift into the quiet of sleep, consider the quiet beauty of this interconnectedness. Remember that you, too, are a part of this grand conversation, this intricate web of life. Your breath, your thoughts, your very existence are all woven into the same fabric as the trees, the animals, and the fungi. You are connected. You are part of something larger. Allow yourself to feel the peace of that connection. Let go of the anxieties of the day, the stresses, the worries. Embrace the quiet wonder of existence and know that you are safe, supported, and loved. Sleep well, dear seeker of quiet wonder. Let the gentle rhythms of nature lull you into a deep and peaceful rest. It is time to rest now. If you happen to still be awake, you can drift into the next chapter now.